Somehow the...
There we go. You actually have to type in -1 after you get to 0. Every round right now until you receive treatment or healing spell from someone, you're going to end up starting to bleed out. If you get to -10, your character is dead. Bear in mind you're not a threat right now since you're unconscious.
Yeah. Alright.
So he's going to focus on other people when it's his turn. Alright, Goblin number 1, again, is going to try to take another pop shot at Grok, who seems to be invincible tonight. Except for the guy that grabbed him. No, and that one misses too.
He's probably shooting bricks at the same time. He's like, oh, I can't. Oh, I don't know what to do. Gonna keep trying, but
Basically, it's one of those, for the love of God, if I run away, they're gonna kill me, and if I don't run away, I'm still gonna get killed. What the fuck do I do?
He threw my cousin and my brother at me.
Alright, and now that we are back to the Orc Shaman, get it on the damn thing, there we go. Yay! The mud has finally hardened back up, so you guys will be able to move freely now.
Good.
So...
You got other battle music?
I think some Final Fantasy combat music seems like a good idea. Big green circle. What's that supposed to mean?
He's casting something else, looks like.
Alright, let me check the saving throw on this real quick.
I seem to be the center of attention on this one.
Of course, you've been plowing through people. You think he wants you to get close? Screw that. Alright. Everyone in that circle, make me a reflex save.
Alright, that was... Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Oh, come on, where is it?
Ooh, this would... Okay.
2. So, 1d22. Fuck.
Well, you're entangled. Godfrey is entangled.
Hello now.
And of course, Pointy-Eared Bastard is entangled. Everybody's entangled except for Callaghan, who's currently bleeding out. Oh, speaking of which, since you're currently bleeding out, you want to take over for Pointy-Eared Bastard in the meantime? So you got someone to play as?
No, I'm fine.
Alright.
Just,
I'll let you...
just sit there and moan on your turn. No, you're unconscious, remember? Don't be so active.
Who? Oh.
So anyways, Godfrey, your turn. Roll me a strength check. Try to get over 20. If you do, you can break free.
Unfortunately, I have a penalty in that. Yay. And that's not going to happen. I know this for a fucking fact. I'm not getting away from this. I'm not walking away.
Okay. So, what do you want to do? You can't move, but you can still do stuff.
What the fuck am I going to do?
Throw a dagger? I don't know.
Too far away for the most part.
I don't know. Do you have flasks of oil and some flint and tinder so you can light them on fire and throw them like grenades?
Nope.
Alright, so I take it you're just kind of waiting this turn?
Yep.
Alright. We'll say you're trying to hack the roots off. Pony-eared bastard, who's got the bow, really doesn't care, so he's gonna take another pop shot at the orc here. And that's not enough to do anything. At least not to him. Grok, it's your turn. You want to go ahead and try to make a strength save? You can bust out of it.
Oh, okay. Alright, so... What am I doing for that one?
Roll 1d20 plus your strength modifier, and try to get over 20 in total.
So it's pretty much always the 1d20 for the most part.
For the most part, it's 1d20 whenever there's a check. It just depends on what adds into it.
Okay. Nope.
Alright. So that's not happening. What are you doing this round?
Well, our shaman reminded me that I have spells too. So I'm going to do the same thing to them. Use my entangle on this guy and this guy. So I don't know how to do the circle thing, so...
I have to.
Okay. So yeah.
Well, technically, I think you can draw shapes, right? Little square thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, just use a different color than the one I did, and to do a circle, hold Alt,
Shape.
and do it out as far as you need to, so.
Alright.
That is tiny as hell.
No, I know. That was... Damn it! How do I get rid of him?
I'll take care of it.
Alright. Yeah, this thing is kind of weird to use. There we go. That's the one I want.
Alright, let me see if I can make some reflex saves with him real quick.
Okay.
I'm just rolling awesomely tonight. Unfortunately, that guy is entangled. The Orc Shaman, however, is not. But since he's in that area, he can only move at half speed to do anything. So,
Damn it.
Grok is gone.
Gotta turn that off.
Calgan is currently bleeding out, so he's down to -2. As soon as somebody stabilizes you, you'll start going back up one each round.
Better happen quick, else I'm dead.
He's gonna try to take a shot at Godfrey here.
I just sit here all quiet waiting. It just feels like it takes forever still.
And it misses. This one might be entangled, but he can still shoot.
He couldn't miss last round.
Of course not. Someone's got to fall unconscious eventually. And he misses on pointy-eared bastard over here. So the orc shaman's turn. 1, 2. He's able to move 3, and he's got to go into melee because, yeah, he doesn't have any regular stuff. And that's a miss. So, Godfrey, your turn. Go ahead and roll me a strength check. Try to get out of it.
I could just attack.
Well, no, we said you were hacking away at the roots, right? Roll me 100-sided. Okay. Yeah, you managed to hack enough of the roots away to where it's not entangling your legs anymore.
Alright.
Just out of curiosity, what would have failed?
Anything over what I rolled.
Still can attack, right?
Yes, you can attack.
So we're not seeing what you rolled?
No, there's certain rolls that I'm doing that you guys aren't able to.
Okay, I was just curious
Secret
about that.
roll.
No, I was just
If you want to
wondering.
do a secret roll to the GM, it's /GR, so that only the
Alright.
game master can see it.
That's a miss.
Did you add in the additional +4 you're supposed to have from weapon finesse?
That'd be 14.
Yeah, and that would actually be a hit. So for that one, roll your damage at 1d6.
Oh, stop rolling already. That's wigging out on 4.
It's like spinning like, ooh.
And that is enough to drop him.
Yay, good job, Godfrey. You finally took one out.
He's taking 2 out now.
Oh. Oh, yeah, the backstep in the other one, yeah.
Yeah, you can move. You can right now. You can only move 3 spaces per as long as you're in that circle.
So I can move out of it?
Yeah, you can move out of it, and then you'll get full next turn. But for now, you can only move 3 spaces.
I'm just gonna go on over to Kel again. Move that one space. Alright.
Alrighty, pointy-eared bastard. He's got a bow right now, and that's not a good thing. Not in that range. He's gonna try to break out of this real quick with a strength check. Plus, what does he have for strength? Damn it. Yeah, bonus on 1. Yeah, that's not happening. So he's using his action this round to try to pull out his longsword and keep his bow in his other hand, or he's gonna drop the bow and take out the longsword so it doesn't count against him. And that's gonna be his turn. Grok, it's on you. Strength check to get out since you didn't, try to gnaw on the roots or something.
Yeah.
Kill them all, Grok. Kill them all.
There's only 2 left. The orc.
Oh, jeez.
Wait a second, you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Roll me 100-sided. And which one were you aiming at?
Aiming at, for what?
Oh, that was the strength check. Never mind.
Yeah.
I thought that was you trying to throw the tree for a second there. I'm like, oh
No,
god,
no.
which one was he aiming at?
No, not yet. That now I'd be doing it. Do I still do the 100?
No.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm taking a tree and throwing it at that shaman. I can reach him from there, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can reach him, but look who's in the way.
Yep. I don't care. He pissed me off.
How did he piss you off?
No, the shaman.
Such a pointy-eared bastard. I'm like, how did he
No.
piss you off?
No, he's just
Just obviously being a bastard, but
he's focused on the shaman. He yells out at the pony-eared bastard that says "duck" and throws the flaming tree at him.
Uh-oh.
go ahead and roll.
Do what?
Was that your roll there? The 14?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually enough to hit him. God, what the hell did we use?
Well, if we go all the way to the top, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. There we go. 3d6 plus 4.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Alright, and roll me another 20-sided real quick.
Let's see if it hits the other guy.
Yep, see whether or not Pony-eared bastard duck quick enough. Okay, yeah, he managed to duck. Just barely. There's cinders in his hair. But yeah, the tree manages to squash the shaman like the Wicked Witch of the East and Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. Only his toes are left and they're curling up, and because of that as well, with him gone, that's now gone.
Now you're my next target.
Alrighty, so Calgan loses yet another hit point, so he's down to -3 now.
Coughing up blood.
Bleh, and now I am the dead. Yes. Alright, time for Goblin number 1, who's stuck here in these roots still. He's gonna try to take a shot, and first off, he's gonna try to break out because he wants to run now that the guy that would have killed him is dead. Yeah, not happening. Well, since he can't break out, he figures, you know what? I'm at least gonna hit these guys. He's aiming for Pointy-eared Bastard again because that's the clearest shot he's got. And that misses too. Wow, this guy just sucks.
Isn't it the guy that
Godfrey, it's your
was,
turn. That was the guy that was.
freaking out at the
That's the
beginning?
guy that crapped his pants in the beginning, and I think he's too distracted by the stench in his pants right now.
And the fact that I threw his cousin at him.
That too. Godfrey, go ahead. It's your turn.
And last action, that healing, I'm gonna do that again.
Okay. Yeah, now that he's not moving around as much and you're not directly in combat, and he's not doing that, roll it over an 8.
20.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, roll 1d4 plus 1.
Them ones tonight for you.
Still unconscious.
Yeah, he's still unconscious, but he stopped bleeding, so he's not going to bleed out.
Oh, that's cool.
So. Alrighty,
Didn't know that was a
Pointy-eared
thing.
Bastard's turn,
Quit your bitching, Kelligan.
since he's got his sword. He's going to run over here and try to skewer this asshole. Oh, and that's a crit. That's still have to roll it because of the fact that he might roll a 1, but it's
So what's the
probably
plus
gonna be
7?
enough to kill him.
Is that strength?
+7 is due to his bonuses for being an elf, weapon specialization, plus strength, plus
Oh, it's okay. So it's multiple things, not just one.
yeah, no,
Okay.
it's multiple things as far as the longbow and the longsword. He's only got those 2 weapons. Technically, as a warrior, he could have about like 6, but he's only using 2, and he's specialized to hell and back in them.
Oh, he's a warrior?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought he was a ranger or something.
4 times 2, and that is enough to drop him. Congratulations, gentlemen. This one is over.
Good. Change that damn music then.
Maybe y'all wouldn't have taken so long. Oh, by the way, since you did win,
There we go.
alrighty, so for right now, everyone gets 375 experience points from this one. Depending on who looks at what, depends on what everybody ends up getting, so.
Alright.
$375.
Yes, 375 XP.
Consider this being Final Fantasy or something. Battles tend to take some time.
Yeah, this, like I said, battles, depending on how many creatures there are, how many of you there are, everything like that. Plus, also, this one was, as far as challenge ranking, the ones that are supposed to be somewhat easy are supposed to be below your party's average level. You guys obviously being 4. This one had a challenge rating of 5, simply due to the total amount of numbers and the level of the Orc Shaman, which was, he was at level 3. But this one was supposed to be harder, supposed to use up spells, healing things, you know, knock some people down into danger zones, things like that. Which obviously, it did that one with Callaghan. Grok and Pointy-Eared Bastard, not so much so. And Godfrey, because he was smart as shit, was just waiting to take out the weak ones. And give medical aid. Managed to save Callaghan's ass there twice. But, alright. Let's go ahead, take about a 5-10 minute break. We'll come back and we'll start looting bodies and divvying out gold and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All I know is Grok
guess-
is looking for food. He's still hungry.
Well, there is that one corpse that's a little bit flame broiled that you threw.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say there's plenty of corpses around the camp.
Goblin pancake over there. Threw him like a frisbee.
Alright. So I guess we'll be back in, I said 10 minutes. Get a nice little break in after that. And, yeah.
You'd definitely be dead there.
I was surprised my 2 spells didn't kill that damn shaman.
Well, he healed himself, so.
It's like a paladin that refuses to die.
Yeah, pretty much. So I hit him for what, 20 and 13? 33 damage on him?
I mean,
Bastard.
he originally had 35 hit points and healed himself for a total of 25 of that? 20 of that? Something around there.
Took a flaming tree to
Damn.
take him down.
Flaming trees usually take most people down.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go and get something to drink.
Same here.
Found the video clip for Grok this round. Yeah, I found the video of Grok for this round.
Alright, anybody else back too?
I'm here, but I'm using the opportunity to smoke a cigarette. By the way, I found video footage of your play this round.
Explain?
The link in chat.
Oh,
Except, of course, you're green instead of gray. Figured I get a little bit of a chuckle even if nobody knows what that's from.
yeah, I've never seen this.
It's from an anime called Carnival Phantasm. It's all the stuff about Type Moon. They're the guys that did Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Fate Extra, the game for the PSP. They also did another one called Tsukihime and a bunch of fighting games for that. So they've actually done a lot of stuff, but they're Japanese only, unfortunately.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Grok's video footage is posted in the chat there.
Grilled cheese.
No, not grilled cheese.
Yeah, grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese. Gooey hot sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm eventually figuring that Grok's going to start sounding like Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yep, that's exactly it. Thank you.
Gravy! Buttered toast.
Yep.
What's this all about?
やっと見つけた電池にバーサーカー
Footage
君
of
大興奮です
Grok.
I like how he picks up the Lancer at the end.
Yeah, because Lancer is his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of Fate Stay Night. Lancer, there's 7 different classes, and they're all heroic spirits, and they're fighting over the Holy Grail. Turns out that Berserker is Hercules, but he's had his sanity taken away.
Nice.
Lancer is Kukulian. He uses Gabolg, which is a spear that pierces the heart no matter what it does once you activate it.
So is everybody back, or?
I think we're waiting on Tyr.
Oh. Okie dokie.
All right.
Speaking of Tyr. So, yeah, if you want to check out the hyperlink I put in chat, that's Grok from this round.
Grok's fault.
It's always Grok's fault.
Exactly.
The first fight was Grok's fault. The fact that you guys had to walk into an attack as compared to ambushing them this time was Grok's fault. Well, I don't know. You might blame it on Callaghan because he tripped first and that tripped Grok.
Yes, but Grok brought a tree down.
Like I said, it depends on how you look at it.
It's still Grok's fault. Everything's Grok's fault. Grok broke tree. Tree no longer give oxygen.
Gok's sad.
No, Grok's fine. Grok was made that way for a reason.
Alrighty, so we're gonna wait for Callaghan to finish his grilled cheese here, or do we want to go ahead and pick up and start looting?
Go ahead.
Oh, where'd the dead bodies go?
I removed the dead bodies so there was less clutter on the screen.
Alright, well, Grok's looking around for food still. He looks at the fire. Is there anything at the fire? They got like their dinner?
Nothing at the fire right now, but... Alright, looks like Godfrey will be back in a second. He's got to refresh the page here.
Are we recording yet?
Yeah, we're always recording.
Okay.
Always? Oh god.
Yeah, you're just gonna edit out the break.
No.
So we're all healed up?
Yeah, I went ahead. I healed you guys up. Normally you wait until after everything's said and done or whatever, but I'll just make it so that you guys are healed up because I don't anticipate you'll have another fight tonight.
Had the refresh page because fucking campaign board was completely pitch black and there's nothing there.
He's fine.
Alright, so we go in there?
Yeah, like I said, you guys can go ahead and.
Alright,
Grok
so
said he's looking for food. Don't know what you
So I
guys are looking
go-
for.
during combat, guys, I think I seen movement in that tent. We might want to check in there pretty cautiously.
Which tent are you talking about?
The main tent there. The chieftain's tent.
Oh, you mean the dark one here?
Yep.
Okay.
To kind of tell everybody to be careful if you go in there.
Pointy-eared bastard is going in there.
Of course he is.
I'm kind of falling behind. Pointy-eared bastard.
No, and of course Pointy-eared Bastard goes back and he picks up his bow that he dropped earlier. So,
So do the goblins have any gold and shit on them?
I don't know. Have you checked them?
Yeah, I'm checking the... I think there was like a body up here.
There
So I'm checking that one.
were a couple different bodies. So,
Yeah, I'll check a few bodies.
okay.
See if they got any gold.
Alright, I'll get that out to you in a couple minutes here.
Okay.
Alright, Godfried, in your tent, the one that you're looking at, there's a chest over there. There's one over by Grok's tent. So, what you guys want to do with that is up to you.
Is it locked?
First of all things, is it locked?
Nope, chest is not locked.
Alright, what's in it? I open it up.
Alright, you see a couple different things. There's some rolls of silk and some other stuff like that.
Screw that. Any
A
food?
couple gems, a little bit of gold. You know, no food in that one.
I open mine as well.
Alright. Yeah, same for you. You find some stuff that was obviously spoils from what they've taken off their raids.
Any necklace?
No, no necklace, neither one of those.
Alright, well, I pick up the chest, just dump it all in my bag.
You just dump the whole chest in your bag.
Well, no, the contents of the chest, like a...
I'm saying, you just pick up the whole chest and dump it in your bag, not one of those, hey guys,
Yeah, pretty much.
want to divvy it out, you're just like, mine.
What kind of stuff would be in my chest specifically, apart from gold, obviously?
Like I said, there's cloth, there's some ore, there's gold, there's some gems, basic things that you would find on a caravan that's being taken from one place to another. There's some spices, different oils.
How much gold and gems? That should probably be a real good question, so we know.
Like I said, I'll tell you guys that in a couple moments.
Alright.
Anything other than a chest in here?
A couple cots for sleeping, one or two backup weapons for the goblins.
I suppose I take everything in my chest and put it in my backpack without lifting the fucking chest up, because I'm nowhere near strong to do that.
Okay, so you're kind of taking it and just shoveling it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So I'm like kind of peeking in the tent. What did I say?
You see a rather nice bedroll, couple chests, what appears to be a small shrine for the goblin orc shaman guy.
Okay. There's I'm gonna peek in even more. How do I do that? Like, stick my guy right up there.
Yeah, like I said, you're looking around. Like I said, you see a couple chests, same thing. Nothing really all that messed up. Roll me a spot check.
Do you have nothing in your spot?
21. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in spot for Pony-Eared Bastard, and it's wisdom based, which kind of for him was a dump stat. But okay. You and Pointy-Eared Bastard both notice that the one of the portions where the tent should be staked down has been kind of lifted up, and there are a couple of footprints in the sandy area there, leading over towards where one of the chests was at. And then the footprints seem to retreat in the same direction.
So, what, it looks like they taken a chest, or?
No, they went over to the chest and then walked back out.
Okay. I'm gonna let Pointy-Eared Bastard kind of look around while I decide what to do with that information.
Okay. Pointy-Eared Bastard goes over and real carefully he's checking the chest that the footsteps were at.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
no,
gonna
yeah.
cast Detect Magic to see if I sense that amulet around.
Okay. Detect Magic is going off, but it's going off in the other chest. However, it's not going off in the chest that the footprints lead to.
Okay, so it's here. The magic I'm sensing.
Yeah, it's in the second chest.
Okay, well I'll go to that chest and check and see if the amulet's in there. That's all I'm really concerned
Okay.
with.
You open it up and there's a couple of vials of reddish liquid inside that are kind of glowing, but nothing really else that's glowing.
So I'm like, guys, the amulet's not here. It looks like somebody took it.
I don't
So
care.
I'm kind of freaking
Got
out.
shinies.
I'm like, damn it. We're here for a job, Godfrey.
Pointy-Eared Bastard, after what you just said, kind of starts taking a look around, manages to find a different necklace, kind of laying on the ground, over by the edge of the tent. Says, guys, take a look at this.
So
Well-
I'm looking at it. What do I see?
Seems to be a carving of a dragon wrapped around a skull.
Grok sees it's not food, gets pissed, pounds the ground, and does a spot check that way. So,
Okay, you're spot checking for food specifically?
no, just for anything you notice is out of the ordinary. That might lead to food, maybe.
From the tent you're in?
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a spot check then.
just did. 18.
Okay. Well, it's not quite a spot, but you kind of catch the smell of something kind of nice coming from about over here where the guy that was laying by the tree that was on fire was thrown to afterwards.
Well, Grok perks up and he turns around and he says, "Mine!"
So it makes a direct beeline over there, it looks like.
Yep.
You managed to find a belt pouch that's a little seared that has had some jerky in it that looks like it's now been rather nicely worn and cooked.
Is this the burnt guy?
Yes, it's the burnt guy.
Is he edible?
Technically, yes.
Do you
Alright.
really want? Do you really want goblin intestines in you?
So I take the burnt guy and throw him on the fire pit to cook him, further cook him, have him well done. And I take his, before that I take his pouch thing. And
Okay,
I
so
start snacking on that as an
you're-
appetizer.
you're leaving his armor and everything on him while you're
Yep.
cooking him?
Yep, just like a baked potato wrapped in tinfoil.
Great. It's gonna be eating leather armor and spitting rivets for a week.
Yep.
Alright, so I guess I grabbed them vials anyways.
Okay. Yeah, pointy-eared bastard takes a check at his chest to see
Is
if
there
there's
anything
anything
else in there? In the chest with the vials?
Yeah, there's a couple of other things that looks like they were raiding stuff. Looks like some of the higher quality goods, but stuff that he wouldn't trust the goblins with, simply because they're more delicate.
Okay, well, I'll just kind of place them in my bag. We can divvy them out later, I guess. That's my mindset.
Okay.
It's like taking the shit out of there.
You know, it's funny. If you're even going to take that, I was going to rush out over and take it for myself. Because I'm a greedy bastard.
Man, you're busy with your chest. You don't see me over there.
So
Yeah. The pointy-eared bastard comes back around to the back of the tent. He's gonna see if he can find any footprints and which direction they lead in.
Okay.
Alright, I suppose after shoveling all the loot.
And he took the stuff in the other chest? Is that what you said? Or...
No, he looked in the other chest, but he didn't really take any of it.
Okay, well, I'll look in that one as well.
After I'm done looting, I suppose I go sit
Okay.
next to the fire with Grok.
Okay, again, it's some more of the same from the other chest. There's no vials in that one, though, but again, it's some more delicate items, some crafted items that look like they're made out of glass or possibly crystal.
Okay, I'll just place them in my bag. Nice and gently, so I don't damage anything.
yeah,
Now, you don't want anything blowing up on you now.
Yeah.
Grok tears off a
And the-
leg and hands it over to Godfrey and asks if he wants some.
Alright.
I decline.
On purpose or in general principle?
General. I'd rather not eat something like that.
Alright. He says, oh, let's not move the fire here since you're using it. Pony Bassett said he can see where the footprints lead, but only for a little bit before they're obscured by the rest of the forest. So he has a general heading as far as where the guy went.
So what do you think, guys? You want to track them down, or... We're obviously not done with this job.
After eating that leg, he's satisfied and takes the chest out of his bag and throws it on the ground in front of him right there. Says, "Here, I found something." Found something. But you only get
Is,
that because he's full.
Is it getting a bit late?
Yeah, after that combat, probably took about maybe 15 minutes. So it's still about 4:15. You've got about 2-3 hours before sundown.
I kind of go over here and I'm just munching on some rations out of my bag.
Probably best off taking the rest of the time you have in the day and go back to town.
Well, we might lose the trail here. We might want to jump on that while we can. If we come back here tomorrow, the trail's gonna be cold.
As far as that, we do have a clue that we need to look into anyways. Unless you happen to know anything about this since you are a caster.
I mean, I can identify it and see if it has any magical properties, but I'm not sure what that would get us.
Alright. Grok, let's see here, give me a second.
You think that's a good idea, pointy-eared bastard?
Now, if we have no clues about this itself, we may want to head back and see if Endelfin can find anything for us. In general, it might be a good idea to try to look into who we're up against before we head out again. We have the general trail, and if we can get a tracker, we can pick it up within a day. That's not an issue.
Well, you guys are taking too long, so he tears off another leg and he starts munching on that.
I'm like, Grok, are you eating? I didn't notice what he was eating. I'm like, Grok, are you eating the goblin?
Yeah.
And I go, I just shake my head. I'm like, Grok,
Alright.
that's disgusting.
Grok, go ahead. Roll me a knowledge check real quick.
Alright. What is a knowledge check?
Oh, it's technically knowledge of religion. Since you kind of have that, it's kind of an innate thing. So I'll use it as just what you currently have, since you don't have any ranks put in anything for that.
Oh, it's one of the skills at the bottom? Alright.
Yeah.
Dude, -2? Seriously?
Int based.
No, yeah, I got that. But I'm saying, why is there 5 of them on my...
Because there's different types of knowledge: knowledge of religion, knowledge of arcana, knowledge of history,
okay.
knowledge of blah 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 blah, as many as you can think of.
It's got question marks next to it, that's why I was asking.
That's why.
Yeah. Alright, 1d20, I take it?
Yes.
-2. Yep.
All you know is it looks like a dragon and there's a skull. And it looks kind of creepy.
Grok don't know.
Could have told you that.
I figure with your knowledge of religion, you might have a chance of knowing what's going on, but obviously no.
No.
Too busy eating goblin.
Goblin legs. Kind of like frog legs.
By the way, is Grok the only one that's eating the goblin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I offered it to
I'm munching
Coffee.
on some.
Want any?
Alright, roll me a constitution check.
I'm munching on some rations.
I asked
It's kind of snacking on that.
Caligan if you'd mind sharing a bit.
Oh, well, in that case, I hand you the beef jerky that I found. Whatever jerky it was.
Assuming you didn't eat it all.
I didn't.
No, it's grilled venison. Well, now it's grilled venison, but it was just venison.
So, how about it?
Alright. Take it from him and start eating it.
It was like a handful of chips to me, so it wasn't really anything to use. Alright, what am I doing? Constitution check?
Yes.
So, +2.
Yeah.
And I have great fortitude as well. Does that mean anything?
No, in this case it wouldn't do anything.
Alright, so 1d20 +2, right?
Yes.
Alright. 14.
Alright. The goblin's giving you a little bit of an upset stomach.
Probably, probably the armor.
Like, Grok, where were you raised? Nobody eats goblin.
Eat what find.
Pointy-eared bastard's kind of going over and checking the condition of the weapons that the orcs dropped to see if any of them are usable.
So where's the shaman's body?
Outside the tent there.
Well, Grok wants to do a nice little death blow to him because he didn't like him very much. Let's go over and smack his dead body. And,
Alright, roll me a strength check.
well, it also does a spot check, I guess. But whatever.
I'll say, before you do that, Grok, let me check out that body. He might have some valuables
All
on
right,
him
well,
that we
then
could
I
use.
hold his leg up. Hold him up by the leg so you can examine him.
I'm just I guess, checking his pouches if he has any pouches or anything like that. Just taking what he has.
He's got some spell components in his pouches. When Grok kind of yanks him up by the leg, the amulet that he had on him falls off.
Okay, I picked that up. And then does he have any gold? I'll toss the gold over to Godfrey if he does. And I walk over back to where...
There's a couple pieces on him, but nothing too much, really.
Okay, I just take the stuff and sit back down. Like, alright, Grok, he's all yours.
I still say we should head back to town before it gets too late.
Alright, so 1d20 plus 4.
Yeah, 1d20 plus 4.
And what am I doing for the spot check?
Nothing. God,
A 1.
Oh, you did it? Alright.
okay, yeah, you smack him, but it's not like you went all Hulk smash on his ass.
No, it was just kind of a backhanded asshole kind of thing.
It's like, wake the fuck up!
I just wanted to make sure you didn't, go over and, end up caving his skull in or something, making his head disappear.
Now he's like, I'm gonna just try to wake this douchebag up. Fails miserably.
Wake up, I want to smack you some more.
So what do you guys think about staying here for the night?
No. What if more decide to show up during the night?
This is a raid camp. You never know how many different parties are going to be heading out this way. Be best if, since we've got what we came for and the information we came for, if we head out of here.
Like, alright then. I just finish up eating whatever rations I had there.
Okay. And Pointy Ear Bastard says, I think we should probably head back to town. Be good to lighten our load with all this, see what information we can get.
Sounds like a good idea, pointy-eared bastard.
Oh, so you listen to him, huh, Callaghan?
Well, you just said you want to go back to town. You didn't give me a reason why.
I'd rather not sit here, sleep here, and die all in the process.
Alright,
Okay.
well, upon hearing all that, Grok picks up the chest and throws it back into his bag. Because nobody wants to look at it.
Like, we'll take a look at that when we get back to town, Grok. We don't really want to stay here for too long, it looks like. So, I
Yep.
start marching back down.
Did you guys clear out the
I
other
guess
two
this
chests
way.
in there?
Yeah, I took everything out of there.
Just put his back onto the loading screen already.
Oh, I'm marching down here.
Alrighty. So we're all heading back to town, apparently.
Yep.
Somebody roll me a six-sided.
Who's the guinea pig? Godfrey it is.
Damn, it's still no spiders. Why the hell did I make that one?
And it's still fucking rolling.
So what would he have to get to roll to get the spiders?
Fucking 1.
Yep. Depending on what it is, a 1 or a 6 can be bad. But yeah. You guys make it back to the road with no issues. You know, the sun's starting to set, so.
Why do you want spiders anyways?
Because I know you don't like them. Part of the reason why I asked if anybody has anything they fear. I want to throw them at you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let Grok do all the work then.
Alright, but you guys make it back to town with no real events. Sun is set. It's not quite dark yet, but it's definitely getting there.
Alright. Amount of gold and gems plus. That's all I care about.
I'm going back to the agency.
Alright.
Find Indolfon.
Okay, you're heading back to the agency. Callaghan is doing that. What's Grok doing?
Follow along till he gets to the building and stays outside.
Tavern.
Tavern for Gottfried, and Pointy-Eared Bastard is going to be heading over to Endolfon's as well. So, we'll go ahead. We'll do Godfrey's real quick here. First, you get to the tavern. You get in. Barkeep happens to notice you. Says, "Oh, I see you've returned." So, I have some good news for you, if you want to call it that.
All right. Where would you like to go to say this? Obviously, we can't do it on the open here.
Well, depending on what the item is, I do have a potential buyer. Unfortunately, he's not going to be in town for about 2 more days. But he is certainly interested.
I asked him if we can go somewhere else in the building that's secluded, so...
He says, "Sure thing, let's head over to the back. Give me just a second." Leans back behind the counter area, talks to the guy that seems to be cooking, tells him to come back around to the front, and walks around to the back door with you.
All right. I tell him that I'd like to show him the painting that I'd like to sell. Pull it out and show him.
He says, "Well, to be honest, like I said, I'm not an art guy. I wouldn't know the value. For that one, let's leave it to my buyer. He'll probably have an appraiser with him, or he'll be able to appraise it himself.
All right.
But the fact that it is something of this size, it's definitely something that he'd be interested. So,
All right, then I head back in, get something more suitable to eat.
okay. Go ahead and subtract 5 silver for now. All right. Back over to Grok, Callaghan, and Pointy-Eared Bastard. So,
Now this is the building I couldn't fit in before, right?
no, you can fit in the building. You just didn't want to.
Uh,
For some odd reason, you said, "No, I'm going to sleep outside."
oh, that was a hospital, whatever, the clinic.
Yeah,
Where
the hospital, you said it's one of those, "No, I'm going to stay outside because I can't fit in."
All right, well, I'm inside with him then.
Okay. Nettleton
Oh,
takes
this
a
is
look.
that office. Okay.
Yeah. Nettleton takes a look and says, "Oh, you're back. Well, a little worse for the wear, it looks like, but do you have what we were searching for?"
Not exactly. It seems that somebody took the amulet from the said camp up there. But we do have some leads here.
Excellent. At least we're making some kind of headway. So it looks like our bandits weren't the only ones with their eyes on it. So,
Yeah, exactly.
what have you got as far as clues?
Well, first of all, I noticed some movement in the chieftain's tent, and it looks like somebody was in there and actually took the amulet and headed in the north direction there. So we got some tracks. If we go back there tomorrow with some kind of tracker, we might be able to see where that leads. And also a pointy-eared bastard here has something he might want to show you.
Pointy-Eared Bastard takes out the amulet and hands it over to Endolfon. Says, "We found this, and there was another amulet of some type that was on the orc that we ended up taking down."
Yeah, I guess I pull that out of my bag and kind of hold it in my hand there.
Endolfon takes a look at the amulet he's just been handed and takes a look at the other one. Says they're similar, but there's a distinct difference. I don't know. I'll have to take a look around. Could I have this one, Callaghan?
Yeah, I'd like to have it back when you're done with it, though.
Not a problem. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take these and send them off to one of our religious experts. See if he can identify them for anything. And if there's nothing there, we'll have to send it over to one of the other ones. But I'll try to talk and see if we can get a tracker out there immediately to try to track down where they're at least.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. As soon as possible.
All right. So, I noticed you're short one member.
Yeah, I think Godfrey went to get a drink over at the pub. He was heading that way again. So.
All right. Well, for now, why don't you guys go ahead, head on over there. I'll talk to the people that I need to. And you said you wiped out the party. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're all done for.
Okay.
Well-
Let me see what I can find then.
Grok, seeing everybody picking things out of their bags, decides he wants to join in and pulls out the chest and says, "Grok, find treasure 2." Drops it on the ground in front of him.
Nettleton kind of looks at it, looks back up at Grok, looks over at Callaghan, pointy-eared bastard. Kind of puts a look of disbelief on his face, says, "You know what? I didn't see anything. Just get that out of my office."
You heard the man, Grok.
Alright, well, he begrudgingly picks it up and puts it back in his bag. Disappointed that he couldn't play too.
Thank you for sharing, Grok. That's very nice. But you know what? You guys hold on to it, okay? You guys found it. You guys keep it.
All right, so.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna send a tracker, and I guess we'll maybe figure out what you want to do from here on out tomorrow.
Yeah. Once I have some more information, we'll know how to proceed from there. Like I said, I'll send a tracker out for now. Rest, relax, heal up. There's probably another fight waiting for us in the wings somewhere.
Yeah. I sense that myself. Alright, well, I'm gonna head over to the hospital and tell the folks that were attacked that the problem's dealt with. At least so they get some closure.
Okay. Pony-eared bastard's gonna head over towards the tavern, grab himself something to eat. Grok, what are you up to?
I'm tagging along. Pretty much wherever Callaghan goes, he kind of goes to.
Okay, but Pointy-eared bastard just mentioned food.
Grok's full from the 2 legs of the goblins. How long has
Okay.
it been since then, anyway?
Well, if it took you all about 4.5 hours to get out there, it probably took you all about 4.5 hours to get back.
Alright, well, he's hungry again. He's got a 4-hour limit for food.
Like,
So I take it you're coming with Pointy-eared bastard then to go to the tavern where food's at?
Yep.
I'll catch you later, Grok.
Alright.
Like, good job out there, buddy.
Alrighty.
You showed them goblins.
So Callaghan, we're gonna go ahead to your part. You head off over to the hospital.
Yeah, and I kind of make my way back to that room where the guys were resting up,
Okay.
getting treated. And I find whoever I talked to last time. I don't exactly remember who it was, but
Yeah, you find
It's
the caravan head.
yeah. And I'm like, so how you guys feeling? I got some good news for you.
Oh, good news would definitely be appreciated, but we are feeling a bit better. Thank you for asking.
Yep, the group that attacked you, we dealt with them. They're no longer going to be a problem down that road. So
Well, that is some good news. Definitely something that we'll have to let the caravan merchants know, and probably end up telling the insurance companies as well.
and then I pull out some of the valuables I found in the chieftain chest. I go, Do you recognize any of this stuff? Is this something that you might have lost in the raid there?
Unfortunately, we don't know any of that. We're not allowed to do that. Only the ones that pack these and the ones that unpack them are allowed to know what's in it.
Okay. Well, if they're looking for anything specific, tell them that they can find me, and I'll go ahead and let them look at this as well.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll see you when I see you. Hope y'all have a safe trip when you head out of here.
We will, and thank
Go
you
ahead.
again for your help in all this.
Not a problem, friend. Go ahead and head over to the tavern, and I guess I'll get something to eat as well when I get over there.
Alright, so Godfrey sees Pointy-Eared Bastard and Grok walk in. So Pointy-Eared Bastard walks over, places his order with the same bar wench that was there earlier this morning. Looks over at Grok. Grok, what do you want?
Same as before, if it's the same person.
So you want 3 dozen eggs again and a bucket of milk for dinner?
Oh, is it from the morning? Okay, same person from the morning. Not from the night before.
Right.
Okay.
You want eggs again?
I'll take another big ass pitcher of mead. This the bubbly sugar water.
Okay, so you want a pitcher of mead, anything to eat?
Bubbly sweet water, whatever it was I called it.
I think it was fizzy water is what you called it, or bubbly water.
Bubbly, yeah. You have to watch the previous episode to remember.
It's bubbly water.
Last time on D&D.
So, yeah, cow.
Cow?
Leg.
Cow leg?
Cow leg.
Alright. So no sheep, no chicken, no giant turkey roasted over an open fire?
Oh, it's dinner time. Back cow leg. The rump.
Alright, beef flank, so it is. Kelgan goes over, places the order, comes back, looks at Grok and says, "You owe me 5 gold for this one."
So I'm at the tavern now?
Yeah, you managed to walk in while they're eating and kind of discussing the battle from earlier.
I go up to the bartender, and I go, "We've been in town a couple days. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but what do you call this place? What's the name of this town exactly?"
Oh, the name of the town?
Yeah, I've been in town a couple days. I didn't see any signs or anything. What do you guys call this place here?
It's Tolston.
Tolston. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Not a
Yeah.
problem. Don't know why you're asking now, but
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be here for that long, but I seen that there was a job, so I ended up staying, basically.
oh, so a small town like ours is beneath your notice as far as the name. Is that it?
No, I was gonna be in and out, basically passing through.
Yeah.
Check the notice boards, and I was heading out soon after that.
Yeah, but still, you couldn't even stop and ask what the name of the town is when you got here?
No, like I said, I wasn't planning on staying, so
Unbelievable big city folk.
I just kind of nod my head, like, well, thanks. I go back to the table.
But, yeah, okay. So, one of your bastards says, "Alright, gentlemen, once we finish dinner, I figure head back and we'll divvy out the loot that we found."
Sounds pretty good to me.
So now can I pull out the chest?
No, keep it hidden for now, Grok. We don't want people jumping us.
Okay.
When we get back to the office, we can, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, so anybody else got anything they want to do before they head back to the office?
Nope, I just eat whatever the meal of the day was and I head on back.
All right, minus 1 gold from you there, Callaghan.
Some expensive food at this place, man.
You paid for mine, remember?
No, you gave me. I told you to give me the gold.
Now, pointy-eared bastard paid for yours and said you owe him 5 gold.
Okay. Well, I'll give
Oh,
him the
it's
gold.
pointy-eared bastard. Alright.
How much do I owe him?
5 gold.
5 gold. Alright, so 157.
What do you expect? You had half of the back end of a cow.
Alright. Well, I handed him 5 gold.
Considering the fact that I've been in the tavern a bit longer than everyone else, I suppose I'd go back with Callaghan as well.
Alright, yeah, pointy-eared bastard is heading back too, so. Grok, you coming?
Yep. Callaghan goes, I go.
Okay.
Unless there's food. Unless
Alright.
he's hungry and there's no food.
So y'all get back to the office, and pointy-eared bastard says, "Alright, let's go ahead and divvy up what we found earlier." As a side note from the GM, if anybody wants to try something sneaky, now's the time to whisper me with that.
I already plan on keeping what I have, so.
Nope. Grok just wants to show off what he's got, what he found. He's all eager to show
That's-
everybody.
I take out pretty much everything that I found in that tent. In the 2 chests, except for the 2 vials. I kind of keep them to the side.
There was more than 2 vials. There was about a dozen.
Oh, a dozen? I thought there was just 2.
No, there was about a dozen of those.
Alright, well, I keep the 2 glowing ones.
They were
and
all glowing.
Oh, they were all glowing. Okay, well, I'll keep 2 then. I'll put the other ones out there in the middle. I guess we're kind of in a circle and just looking at all this shit.
Okay.
Well, Grok eagerly takes out his chest that he's all happy now. It's like a kid in show and tell day.
Should probably get to how much gold and how many gems we got.
That's far.
Like, Godfried? You got anything you found?
Nope.
I find that hard to believe. But okay. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
I take a couple vials and I
Grok,
put them back in my bag. I was like, okay, I didn't find these.
Grok is looking between the 2 of you
I'm like,
and looks.
you were in there for quite a while, Godfried. You were in there for quite a while.
Notices your tone and
I know you're kind of person, you know, stealing art, that kind of thing. So I know what kind of person you are. I think we all do. So if you want to keep them goods, just remember, we'll remember that.
Grok's looking between the 2 of you and he looks to Callaghan for any kind of cue to do something.
No, I'm just telling him we're aware of his kind and we'll be more careful of him looting things in the future, pretty much.
Are we going to roll on how much gold or gems you found for the sake of it?
Nope, there's not going to be any rolls. I'm going to tell you guys what you got. But
Grok is
first,
disappointed, or notices Callaghan's disappointment, and gives Godfrey a nudge like, you little punk.
No, because he had to be in there a while because he was loading in item one by one. He couldn't just put the whole chest in there, so it must have took him a while. It's
Well, yeah, I'm saying he's noticing your disappointment. That's why he's kind of just nudges him, like, why aren't you being nice? Why aren't you being part of the group?
Pointy-eared bastard finally speaks up, says, "Guys, enough of this. All right, we still have a job to complete. You know what? If he says he didn't find anything, so be it. He didn't find anything. If there's something he doesn't want to share, that's fine. Whatever. If you were that concerned about the amount of loot that you're getting, you should have gone over yourself." He's obviously upset about this whole thing.
Well,
Grok,
technically
Grok.
speaking, we should have an entire chest to ourselves each.
Well, let me point out that Grok's not pissed at him keeping the loot. It's because he's not playing along and sharing as far as show and tell more than anything else. He doesn't care about the loot itself. He just wants him to play.
I go to Pointy Eared Bastard. I'm not concerned with the loot, but I would like to know what was in there because it could pertain to our investigation as well.
I think that if there was anything pertaining to the investigation, he would have brought it up. I think that if it was
Not-
anything shiny and expensive, he probably would have kept it.
Not with these types. I'm guessing you haven't dealt with the thiefy types in quite a while.
I'm a mercenary. You think I haven't dealt with this type before?
Apparently not as much as me.
Anyways. Alright, so everybody
To each
get
his
ready
own.
to start writing stuff down.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna do this for the sake of convenience. As far as the silk and things like that, I'm just gonna convert them to monetary values, saying the fact that you guys sold them off. For gems, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys' discretion whether or not you want to sell them, keep them, eventually get a gem encrusted, necklace or grill or something. I don't know.
Bling bling.
I want diamonds on my teeth.
Well, the
Imagine Grok with that.
Value on the gems is based on what's been rolled, so yeah.
Yeah, that one depends on rolls. So, as far as overall gold, let's see here, Callaghan, Grok, and Pointy-Eared Bastard each have 1,000 gold. As far as gold itself, due to the shifty nature of a certain someone, he's ended up getting 1,500.
At least Grok can eat for a while.
Alright, and I go, pertaining these vials here, I'd like to identify them before we divvy them out. If that's fine with everybody. I'd like to know what
Now those
we
those
got here.
reacted to your magic, right?
Yep.
Okay. Pointy-Eared Bastard kind of takes a look at them. Says they look like healing potions.
I'm thinking they are. But just want to make sure, see how much
Well,
they're worth and things like that.
I don't know about worth, but
Are they all
considering
the
the fact that you
same?
collapsed earlier, you may want to keep one or two.
Are they all the same?
Yeah, the vials are all the same.
Okay.
They came in like a set. In a crate by itself, kind of.
Alright.
I go, okay, since they're all the same, let's just split them evenly. 4 apiece?
There was a dozen.
Yeah, 4 apiece.
3 piece.
Oh, 3.
If
yeah.
you're including Godfrey.
No, I'll include Godfrey, but he knows I'm aware of his trickery.
Okay.
So what was in the
Yeah.
chest
He was
that
in
I
there
had?
way too long.
Oh, that's including your chest. There, Grok.
No, I'm saying
Um,
there wasn't anything other than just shiny things.
Gold, silk, things like that. Gems and everything like that we're going to come up with in just a second here.
Okay.
far as the delicate valuables you were saying, what about that?
That's part of the whole gold value thing.
The silk and shit? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I just converted that straight over to gold worth.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do what you said. Pretty much, assume we pretty much just sold it, so. Yeah.
I kind of go like this. I point at Godfrey.
The potions of healing each have 3 doses per vial. Each dose does 2d8 plus 2 healing.
What type? Are these minors or what?
They're just standard healing potions. They're not minor healing, major healing, or anything like that. They're just standard healing.
Alright, what was the,
What was the healing?
we got,
On the,
yeah, we got 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking 4, but yeah. What was the healing on 'em? On the potions?
What I just wrote.
Okay.
Okay. 3 doses per vial.
Yeah, so basically you've got 9 sips of healing potion. When someone falls unconscious, you can always shove part of that down their throat.
Drink this.
Drink it, you fucking sleeping bastard. Fuck.
+2, huh?
Yes, 2d8 plus 2. So maximum amount you can heal off of one of those is 18.
Okay. Are you just calculating the silk and all that stuff?
I already calculated all that. That's why you guys get 1,000 gold each, except for
Okay, just include it.
except for a certain someone who shall remain nameless.
Mm-hmm.
He who shall not be named.
Godfrey.
He who can be named very easily. But where the hell is it?
Yay, Mountain Dew.
Oh, for God's sake.
Fucking Grok Fund.
It's not yellow, it's red. Now, bear in mind, it might be code red, but... God damn, where's this stupid table?
Yeah, I'll definitely get my webcam working for next time. I'll work on that tonight.
Yeah, what happened to yours, Tyrael?
Don't feel like having it on this time.
Okay. It's fine. This is the trial thing, so. On the real thing.
By the way,
On the real thing.
the
Yeah.
other people that I invited, I did mention that, it is optional. Preferred, but not required.
I'd say for the real thing, it's more or less required for the players. I'd like it to be.
Well, it's gonna be up to them, dude.
How much do minor healing potions heal for?
Minor healing do 1d8 plus 1.
1 dose.
Depending on the size of the vial. Like I said, the ones you've got right now are your regular ones. Why did you try to pick up some healing potions or something?
No, just wondering. So I can
Yeah.
have it down next to the item.
Yeah, like I said, these are standard ones. I wrote in the stats in the chat there.
Let's put it this way: I'll express your wishes, but if it's a deal breaker for them, then that's their choice. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Still,
I hear
I'm
you.
still waiting on gems.
Alright. Go ahead and everybody roll me a 100-sided.
Ate my roll. Power level of 9,000.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
It's over 9,000.
Yes, of course. Have to do the
It's
DBZ
not-
reference. There must be one every episode we make.
It's not letting me roll.
/R space 1D100.
I did that like multiple times now.
You may need to reload the window.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm at to reload, looks like.
Which means repositioning everything. Yay!
No.
But
Two
So
years
what
later.
what were we supposed to be getting to get whatever you're going to be doing?
this is for gems.
Okay.
Gems are outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous.
No, I'm all of a sudden Grok on the overlay.
Yay. Callaghan became Grok. You're now one. Aw, that's so sweet. Ew. Alright. So, for the thief, who apparently knows some of the values on this stuff, you managed to pick up 2 black pearls worth 300 gold each. My character managed to pick up a aquamarine worth 250.
And Grok got a stone.
Grok, let's hear it, 35. You picked up a moonstone worth 40 gold.
Yeah.
And Callaghan, who hasn't rolled for crap yet,
Oh.
So are we adding that to gold, or are we just keeping it as stones?
2.
and Callaghan, who doesn't know gems for shit,
Damn, dude.
Well, actually, I think I do know gems.
You-
Yeah, I have 4 in my gem cutting skill.
yeah, but you picked up 4 moss agates, green ones, which look kind of similar to a certain one that you already have.
What was it called?
Moss agate.
Oh,
And he got green.
And those are
stones.
worth 10 gold each.
And he's got green stones.
Yeah, he had a green stone earlier, which I don't know if he has or has not told about people, but it looks similar to the gems that he just picked up.
You know, it's funny. I was expecting
saying.
to have. I was hoping to get 100. Fucking gems worth tons and tons.
Yeah, 2d4 times 1,000 gold pieces just for that. The average amount for a 100 is 5,000 gold pieces. And that's even above a regular diamond. That's either a clearest bright green emerald, a blue-white, canary pink, brown, or blue diamond, or a jacinth.
So Callaghan's got a green stone he just got, right?
4 of them.
Okay. Well, Grok offers to trade because he likes the green stone. He wants one. He doesn't like the white rock he got.
Moonstone's kind of a clearish blue.
Whatever. It's still. It's green.
You want
Green like him. He likes it.
green for blue? I say.
Yeah.
I give him one of the green stones, and he gives me the moonstone, I guess. Like, if that makes you happy, Grok.
Yep.
Sure.
So what am I calling it?
Most I got.
It's a moss agate. It's worth 10 gold.
So now I have a moonstone.
Yes, the...
How the hell
Grok,
do
how
you
much
spell
was the
agate?
moonstone worth? A-G-A-T-E. The moonstone's worth 40 gold.
I'm looking I'm looking on the wiki.
What was it? A what?
A-G-A-T-E.
It's like a
Thank you.
gate.
Oh, a gate.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a gate, but it's pronounced agate. For some
10
reason.
gold, right?
Because of Britain. Yes, it's worth 10 gold.
Alright.
I'm getting rich real quick.
Oh, Grok's happy. He got a green stone. Looks like him. And he gives it to the bunny. For safekeeping.
Good thing there wasn't a pink stone.
The bunny has a pocket.
Yeah, one of the little stitches opens up to a little secret compartment. Which basically is stuffing.
Oh, technically,
for-
if Grok got 100, he could have gotten a pink stone. Could
Yeah,
have.
if he had, but at the same time, if you had gotten 100, Grok would have been trying to pressure you into giving him the pink stone. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
pink like Bunny. So, with that, Pointy Ear Bastard says, well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to turn in for the evening. We've got a lot to prepare for tomorrow. Well, hopefully not too much to prepare for, but still.
Looks like we'll be on the road again, more than likely.
On the road again.
I agree with pointy-eared bastard.
You just want to go count your shinies.
Hey, I want to protect my shinies. Okay, that's all I care about, shinies.
Well, Grok's just giddy he got a green stone. Now Callaghan's his new best friend. Before he was just a leader, now he's his best friend.
And now he's going to give him a big hug and roll for strength check.
Alright.
Careful you don't become too good of friends with him.
Yeah.
You may lose your spine.
Was it 1d20
Oh god.
plus 4?
Like, it's okay, Grok. Don't do it. Like, oh shit. Like, okay. Okay.
I'll pop your back a little.
You hear your ribs creaking.
Like,
Yeah, you make the groaning noise. The yeah, good hug, Put me down, Grok, down now, down, Grok. I can't breathe.
A loss of a health point.
yeah. Which I'll regain by sleeping, so
Yeah.
sure.
No, aren't you glad I didn't leave you at -1? Because that would have started you bleeding again.
Oh goodness.
Big hug, heal, squish. Oh man, I think he's got internal bleeding. But, yeah.
So what? I got vials. 3 vials. Grok doesn't know what they are. No one told him.
They said they were healing potions.
Yeah, Grok didn't know that.
We were talking about it. You probably would have heard it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me
you
and Pointy
would've
Ear
actually heard
Bastard we're talking about them. So I wanted to identify them. He said they were health potions. I said, okay, yeah, they probably are.
They said they look like health potions. Bear in
Yeah.
mind, they might end up being complete and absolute poison when you try to drink them.
Which I'm not
That's
gonna
why.
touch them.
That's why I'm gonna identify mine. At least one of them. So I figure out what the hell.
There's
they
always
are.
one way to know. Take a sip.
Nah. Callaghan's been around the block.
I can do that. I have
I
an
think.
great fortification, so.
I think if anything, I'm gonna pawn them off for some more gold. Because I don't necessarily trust them.
All right, gentlemen. So that will bring to a conclusion this evening's round of D&D. Very quickly, I am going to hand out some additional bonus points for people here. First off, for Grok, for unexpected uses of weaponry and tactics.
Oh goodness.
You're going to go ahead and you're going to get an extra 150 XP.
Alright.
That's it. So like 350.
Callaghan, for use of class mechanics, finally. And unfortunately, being the first person in our game to fall unconscious and almost die, you're going to get 100.
Yeah. That would have been bad.
And finally, for our friendly thief, who completely stuck with his character no matter what and still managed to pull some stuff off in the end, you're going to get a bonus XP tonight of 250.
Yay. Go move it up in the world.
Yes. Grok may have been our foremost for combat this evening, but the one that stuck with the character the best and RP'd it the most was, in my opinion, tonight was Godfrey. The whole sneaky, uber sneaky bastard, and then staying out of the fight. Oh, hey, look, someone's gonna die. I guess I can help out, and then comes over and stabs someone.
Even though, granted, I walked away with gold, lots of it.
Yeah, see, you could have brought up that point during the argument, too. Hey, I saved your life. You can look the other way on this one. Or perhaps I should have just let you bleed out there so I could have had all the treasure. How about that?
I don't think Grok would have liked that.
No.
I don't think Grok would have liked it either, but again, he could have brought up the point.
Well, he didn't.
May have
Like I said,
saved
he
his
didn't.
life.
It's one of those, if he hadn't, he would have said, that'll be, 300 gold. That would have been great, and he would have gotten an even bigger bonus for role-playing tonight.
If he would have did that, I may have considered otherwise, but he didn't. So
Yeah, I'm not that greedy.
just a little bit.
Yeah, but our characters don't know that yet.
Even though when I pawn off my painting, giving away 10% to the fucking good old bartender.
It's still better than having nothing for it because you can't find a buyer. Alright, so since we're starting to move up and everything, let me take a look at the player's handbook and see what the levels are at as far as experience points. And we'll see if anyone's moved up.
So what, it's supposed to be 10,000 for the next level?
It's supposed to be 10,000 for the next level?
I think that's what it was. I remembered that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you were
it's
saying that.
10,000.
Who's the closest in terms of XP?
I'm at 7,015.
Probably Grok by a smidge.
And my character is at 6675. Since I'm not
66.
giving myself any bonus.
Well, what about you, Callaghan?
6975.
Of all of that, I'm above Grok by 30.
So you're 45, huh?
What are you doing after this, Charles? Are you staying online? Are you heading out?
No, I'm gonna be staying online and doing some other stuff, but I
Okay.
figure it's just one of those.
Some might have the,
that's enough for this
the
evening,
other-
and we'll have one more session to go for all
I
this.
might have the other player if you want to help them make their character, kind of do that while you do other stuff. I don't know if that.
Well, for that one, I'd prefer everybody kind of talk with them first, make sure the fact that this is someone that we want to bring in. You know, make sure there's no clashing personalities or anything like that first off. And then we'll go ahead, bring them in and do the character. If they want to talk with us now, that'd be fine. You know, as much as I hate to say it, kind of an informal interview process.
We're gonna grow you and your knowledge.
Hold on, let me see if he's even online.
What, dope?
Yeah, I was gonna see if he wants to hop in here for a minute, or at least on Skype maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, something just so we can communicate with the person. Yeah, y'all guys are more than welcome to
chat business.
ask people to come in or whatever else like that. And
This is what you guys do, smoke the ganj while you
Tyler's
chat
got
business?
since
That's
this
what-
is his group, he's the one that
exactly
can
the
decide
same thing.
whether or not someone needs to leave
Is
the
what
group.
you guys are doing?
However, when
It's
someone's
okay.
coming
No,
in,
we're
I
at
have
work.
final
He's
word
gonna-
of
we're gonna be
veto
working on
as
his
to whether or not the
logo
person
for,
will end up
it's called
destroying the
a
game.
DVD.
Any
Dabs.
possibility of
Dabs.
getting rid of
I don't know
Walter,
what dabs
like
are,
kick
but
him from the
apparently
campaign
doing
for the
wax.
time being?
Yeah, pretty much. You
Yeah,
just
we're gonna go ahead and do that for the time being at
put
least.
wax on like a hot coil, so it releases whatever, and then you just inhale that, just like a regular bong. or
Well, I
whatever.
already told you about the one.
I guess you've done this
asked
before.
you
I've
to
never
do.
done wax. I'm
No,
always
No,
just
I mean it's
fucking
like
straight
like a
old
couple
school
times.
pothead.
It's like super popular, but kind of fucking crazy.
Hey, dope.
What's up, man?
She's got internet issues for the time being because she's in the middle
Did you
of moving.
install Skype?
Let me see.
That will definitely probably make her a bit uncomfortable, but in terms of
See if you
As
can, like,
long as
hop
you
in
guys
a
aren't
Skype
constantly
call
saying,
for a
"Hey,
minute.
baby, you want to check out my short sword?"
Let me see. Let me set it up.
Does the other guys want to, like, I guess, meet who the next
Now, if she doesn't mind us
potential
cussing and something
person
like
might be
that,
for
you know,
D&D?
that's fine.
So
Oh god, this is gonna be so bad.
I don't think that's a problem.
You guys video chat?
for the D&D we don't do otherwise. No. I was the only one in video this time, so. But when we actually start doing it like a full-on show, I'll probably require that.
so what platform are
apparently
you
it
going to
knows
do?
my information.
Add into the
I didn't know my
campaign,
Skype was
Skype,
linked to my.
TeamSpeak,
Sound tired, man.
Vent.
Alright, how do I do this?
Oh, you're on Skype?
How the fuck did you guys know my Skype information? I got you and Yonker trying to get into it.
You told me the other day.
No, dude, I don't even remember my own Skype information.
You did tell me the other day, though.
Go look up your name.
Rodrigo, okay, I didn't know it was linked to this email though.
Yeah, Rod
Alright,
Digger.
next time you guys refresh, Walter should be gone from the screen here.
Woohoo!
Okay, I added you. Nice one, I like that. Your picture's you strumming your
Cal,
beer.
you're still recording?
Yeah, I am, but
Go ahead.
I think we're gonna go on Skype
Can.
if that's alright with you guys.
Yeah, it's fine with me. I need to take off my headset for a second though, but yeah,
Sorry, I was talking to them.
gotta go grab some food.
Alright, be right back, guys. Invite me to Skype.
Fucking. There
Okay.
we go. It took forever for our league
User
to.
disconnected from your channel.
I'm gonna drop out of here. I'll see you guys on Skype in a moment.
Yeah.
Bitch.
No.
That looks better.
You will not see me on Skype in a moment.
I will never.
Not you guys. The guys I was playing D&D with. I'll be
Yeah,
back
that
here in a
looks way
minute.
better.
Nope.
Disconnected.
Yo.
So,
You don't gotta have video, dope, if you don't want.
I don't care. I'm on it.
You want it? I'm gonna add the other guys to the,
You get on video. Don't leave me alone.
You want me on video? How do I do that? I don't even know how to do
You don't know
that.
how to put video on your Skype? Are you fucking kidding me? There
There.
you go. So,
Let me add these guys to the call.
nice mic.
We're screening you. That's what our DM wants to do. He wants to screen you.
Screen me. How's my video? Is it clean? Yours is pretty clean.
It's a little pixelated here and there, but it's alright. Why is my whole webcam showing? It's showing like my wall over here. I don't like that.
Green screen?
Yeah.
You have a green screen for real?
Yeah,
You're
man.
so weird, right?
Sorry.
Hey there, guys.
What's up? This is Dope. He's a friend of mine.
Oh,
Dope, pleasure to
We've
meet you.
been-
Hear the fact that you want to
we,
join in on our game.
Been playing WoW since Classic, so I've known it for quite a long time.
Dragon's making me do it.
Yeah, kinda.
Made you do it?
Yeah, he's making me do it.
Is he blackmailing you too? I mean, no. What'd I say?
Not making you.
Holy fuck, this Skype is a pain in the ass. It's so different on this computer than my other one.
Sound tired, Dope.
Oh, I'm exhausted, dude. I haven't stopped.
Hey, dope. Hello?
Oh. That's the wrong button. Okay.
Do people hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you. I don't know why, but we hear you.
Ah, that's not nice.
You know I'm joking, Yunker.
You make Grub cry.
Oh, it's Yonker. What's up, homie?
Hey, dope. Ugh.
Ow.
What is the noise?
Right there, huh?
Okay, I don't like Windows 8 for this right here. It's like controlling my Skype and doesn't let me just like go on my desktop while I'm using it.
Your volume's a bit low, by the way, Dope.
You want me to scream?
No, it's just your overall volume, mate.
No, I can hear you just fine. I don't know about the other guys.
I can't. Kind of granted, I'm playing the game right now, but sure.
Yeah, I'm logging in myself too, so.
I'm not playing that. I'm playing League
Oh.
of Legends.
Oh, thought I heard somebody's notification in the background there.
I actually turned